Welcome to LinguaWave English. This is the channel where we help you find your flow in the English language. I am your host, Erin, and I am so happy you are here with us today.
And I am Evan. I am joining you to help explore the deep waters of learning English. It is really great to have you riding the wave with us today.
It really is. So today we have a very special deep dive for you. We are talking about a problem that, well, many of you know very well.
Very well.
In fact, if you were listening to this right now, you might feel this problem every single day. We read your comments, we see your messages, and we see one big struggle coming up again and again.
That is right. It is a very, very common frustration. We call this problem the silent zone.
The silent zone. It sounds a little bit scary, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Like a place in a horror movie.
Exactly. But actually, it is just a very annoying place to be as a learner. Let's see if this sounds like you. You are listening to an audio track, maybe this one right now. You understand every word. You follow the ideas.
Or maybe you are watching a movie in English. You understand the story.
Yeah.
You get the jokes. You feel really good. You think, wow, my English is great.
But then the situation changes. You try to speak. You try to open your mouth and say a simple sentence to a real person, and suddenly, nothing.
Silence. You freeze.
You stop completely. Your mind just goes
Blank. Your mind goes completely blank.
Exactly. It is a terrible feeling. You feel like your brain is full of words. You know the vocabulary. You have studied the grammar lists, but there is no bridge.
Right. No bridge to get the words out of your brain and out of your mouth.
If you were nodding your head right now, if you were saying, yes, that is me, then please stay with us. You are not alone. Thousands of people feel this way.
Thousands.
This deep dive is for you. Today, we are going to build that bridge. We want to help you move from just understanding to actually speaking.
And we want you to speak with confidence. We want you to feel good when you talk.
Before we start, I want to mention something very important. We have created a free PDF for you. It is in the description of this deep dive. It has specific exercises to help you practice what we talk about today, so please check that out. But for now, let's dive into the flow.
Let's start with the big question. Why is this happening? Why is speaking so much harder than listening? It seems like it should be the same, right?
It is a great question. And to explain it, I want to use an analogy. I want you to close your eyes for a second, if you are safe to do so. I want you to imagine a car.
Okay, I am picturing a car. I am in the car.
Think about driving. Imagine you are a passenger in the car. You are sitting in the passenger seat. You are just relaxing. You are looking out the window. You are watching the driver.
Right. I am watching. I see the driver turn the wheel left. I see the driver press the brake pedal to stop.
And it looks very easy, right? You understand what is happening. You think, I know how to drive. I see how the car moves from point A to point B.
Yes. I understand the concept of driving.
That is exactly like listening to English. You are the passenger. You are watching the language happen. You are relaxed. But speaking is totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking is when the car stops and the driver gets out and says, okay, your turn.
Oh, no. Now I have to sit in the driver's seat.
Yes. Now you have to touch the pedals. You have to steer the wheel. You have to look at the mirrors. You have to check the speed. You have to do everything yourself. And you have to do it all at the exact same time.
That is a perfect comparison.
Okay.
When you are the driver, you have to make the decisions. The pressure is on you. In science, we actually have a name for this difference. We call the listening part passive learning.
Passive learning. Can you explain that a bit more?
Sure. We looked at research from Professor John Smith. He explained something very interesting about the human brain. He says that the pathways in your brain, the roads in your head for understanding words, are completely different from the pathways for producing words.
So they are like two different roads.
Exactly. Two different roads. Just because you have walked down the understanding road 1,000 times, it does not mean you have built the speaking road yet.
That makes so much sense.
Think about it. Your brain recognizes the word apple when you hear it. It says, yes, I know apple. That is easy. But your brain has not practiced sending the signal to your mouth, to your tongue, and to your lips to actually say the word apple.
So there is a gap, a physical gap in the brain between the input, what comes in, and the output, what goes out.
Yes. And that gap is where many learners get stuck. They think, I study so much, why can't I speak? It is simply because they have practiced being a passenger for years, but they've never practiced being a driver.
That is such a relief to hear. It means nothing is wrong with you, our listeners. You just need to switch seats. But you know, I think there is another reason for the silence, too. It isn't just about brain pathways. It is about feelings.
You are right. We have to talk about the emotions. We have to talk about anxiety.
Fear. The fear is very real. I think many of you listening right now know this fear perfectly. You want to say something, but you are afraid you will make a mistake.
You worry. You think, what if I use the wrong verb tense? What if I pronounce the word wrong? What if I look stupid?
And so, because you are afraid, you stay quiet. You choose silence because silence feels safe. You cannot make a mistake if you do not speak.
But mistakes are not bad things. In fact, mistakes are necessary. I have a story about this. I shared it with you earlier.
Oh, yes, the lasagna story. I love this story.
Do you want me to share it?
Yes, please tell it. It is your story.
Okay. Well, years ago, I was living in Italy. I was learning Italian. I was at a dinner with an Italian friend and his family. I wanted to be polite. I wanted to say how much I loved the food.
That is a very nice thing to do.
Yes. I wanted to say I love the lasagna. But in Italian, the GN sound in lasagna is very specific. It is a nasal sound. It is distinct.
Right. It is tricky for English speakers.
Very tricky. I did not say it right. I was very confident, but I was completely wrong. I used a hard G sound. I said something like, I love the lasagna. It sounded terrible. It sounded completely wrong.
Oh, no. What happened? Did the whole room go silent?
Worse, my friend laughed. He laughed very hard, and then his mother laughed.
Oh, wow. Did you feel embarrassed?
For 1 second, yes.
Yeah.
I felt my face get very hot. I wanted to hide under the table. But then I looked at them. They were happy. They weren't being mean. So I laughed too. And here's the important thing. I survived. The world did not end.
You are still here today.
Exactly. My friend still understood me. We still ate dinner.
Mhm.
And I learned. Now, I never, ever mispronounced lasagna. That mistake fixed the word in my brain forever.
That is such a good lesson. If you had stayed silent, you never would have learned that correct sound.
It is. And it brings us to our motto for this deep dive. If you are taking notes right now, please write this down. Mistakes are your teachers.
I love that. Mistakes are your teachers. They are not your enemies. They show you exactly where you need to practice.
So we know the science. We know about the passenger versus the driver. We know about the fear. Now let's talk about solutions. How do we start moving? How do we get out of the passenger seat and into the driver's seat?
We have 4 practical techniques for you. These are things you can do today. You do not need a teacher. You do not need a class. You can do them right now in your own home.
Let's hear number 1.
Technique number 1 is talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself. Won't that look a little strange? Won't people think I'm crazy?
Maybe, but it works so well. Narrate your day. Describe what you are doing. For example, imagine you are in the kitchen making tea.
Okay, I am in the kitchen.
You can say out loud, I am walking to the kitchen. I am making tea. I am picking up the cup. The water is hot. I am pouring the water.
I see. So you were just saying simple sentences about your life as it happens.
Exactly. And you are doing it alone. No one is listening to you. There is no pressure. It sounds silly, but you are training your brain. You are building that speaking road we talked about earlier. You are connecting your thoughts directly to your mouth.
That is a great way to start. It is very low stress. You are getting used to the sound of your own voice in English. What is technique number 2?
Technique number 2 is record and review.
This is a favorite of mine. Use your smartphone. Everyone have a voice recorder on their phone these days.
How does this help? Most people hate hearing their own voice on a recording.
That is true. It can be uncomfortable. But when you speak in real time, you cannot always hear your own mistakes. Your brain is too busy trying to find the words. But when you record yourself and listen to it later, you become the teacher.
I see. You switch roles again.
Yes. You can listen and say, oh, I forgot the word the, or my pronunciation of that word was a little strange. It give you instant feedback.
So you could record yourself reading a page from a book.
Yes. Read a paragraph, record it, then listen. Compare it to the original audio if you have it. It is the fastest way to improve your accent and catch small errors.
Okay, technique number 3. This one is really fun. It is called role-playing. Yes, acting. Pretend you are in a specific situation. Imagine you are at a cafe, or imagine you are on a first date.
Or checking into a hotel.
Right. Stand in front of your mirror. Look at yourself. Pretend the waiter asks, what would you like to drink? And then you answer out loud, I would like a coffee, please.
This helps with the rhythm of conversation. Real conversation is fast. It goes back and forth. By role-playing, you can practice the questions and the answers before you have to do it with a real person.
Exactly. It is like a rehearsal for real life. Athletes practice before the big game. Musicians practice before the concert. You need to practice your conversation before you meet a native speaker.
And finally, technique number 4. This is my personal favorite. Singing.
Singing is fantastic. Why is singing so good for learning to speak?
Well, music has rhythm. It has a beat. When you sing along to a song, you don't have to think about the words. The lyrics are already there for you. You just have to make the sounds.
So it helps your mouth move in the right way.
Yes. It helps with something called linking. In English, we connect words together. We don't say put it on. We say put it on. It sounds like one word.
Put it on. Yes, it flows together.
Pop songs are full of linking. So grab a pop classic, a song you really like, and sing along loudly. This is a major confidence booster. It helps you get used to making English sounds without worrying about grammar rules. You are just flowing with the music.
I love that. Talk to yourself, record and review, role-playing, and singing. 4 wonderful ways to break the silence.
Now, I want to slow things down for a moment. We have used some important words today. I want to make sure you understand them clearly. Our colleague Charlotte usually helps with this, but let's break these down together for our listeners.
Great idea. If you have a journal, now is a very good time to write these definitions down. These are key concepts for your English learning.
The first word is fluent. To be fluent. We hear this all the time. But what does it really mean?
It means speaking smoothly and easily. It does not mean being perfect. It just means the language flows like water. The next word is confidence. Confidence is a feeling. It is the belief in yourself. It is knowing that you can do something. When you have confidence, you are not afraid to speak, even if you make a mistake.
Next is pronunciation. This is simply the way words are spoken. It is the physical sounds you make with your mouth, like my lasagna story. My grammar was fine, but my pronunciation was wrong.
A very important concept is immersion. Imagine jumping into a swimming pool. You are completely covered in water. Immersion in language is similar. It means surrounding yourself completely with English. Watching movies, listening to LinguaWave, that is immersion.
We also talked about passive learning. This is when you absorb information like reading or listening without actively using it. It is input, but no output. It is the passenger seat.
And finally, speaking practice, sometimes called active recall. This is the action. This is repeatedly using the language. It builds muscle memory in your mouth. This is the driver's seat.
Those are great words to know for your journey.
Speaking of the journey, we need to talk about your mindset. How you think about learning English is just as important as how you practice.
I completely agree. Many students want to be fluent immediately. They want to wake up tomorrow and speak perfectly. They are in a rush.
But English is not a sprint. A sprint is a very short, fast race. You run as fast as you can for 10 seconds. Learning English is a marathon. It is a long run. It takes a lot of time. You have to pace yourself.
You really cannot rush it. If you try to run too fast, you will get tired and quit. You have to be patient with yourself.
I also like to use a visual metaphor. Think of your English as a garden.
A garden. I really like that image.
When you start, you just have empty soil. Every time you learn a new word, you are planting a small seed. Every time you practice a sentence, you are watering the flowers.
And a garden does not grow in one single day.
No, it doesn't. You cannot see the flowers immediately. You have to tend to it every day. Some days it rains, some days are sunny. But if you keep planting seeds, if you keep speaking, your garden of fluency will eventually grow.
That is beautiful. And sometimes you cannot see the roots growing underground, but they are growing.
Exactly. So to you listening right now, be kind to yourself. Your garden is growing, even if you cannot see the bright flowers right this minute.
So, we have covered a lot today. We talked about why you freeze in the silent zone. We talked about the driver and the passenger. We talked about the fear of making mistakes.
And we gave you 4 practical tools to start speaking today. Talking to yourself, recording yourself, role-playing, and singing.
Now, we have a challenge for you. We don't want you to just listen to this deep dive and do nothing.
Yes. We want you to take one small step today. Just one. Maybe you order a coffee in English. Maybe you sing an English song in the shower. Maybe you record yourself speaking for just 1 minute.
Whatever you do, we want to hear about it. Tell us in the comments. Share your story. Did you make a mistake? Did you laugh? We really love reading your stories.
And remember, mistakes are your teachers. Don't be afraid of them.
Also, please do not forget the free PDF. The link is right there in the description below. It has all the exercises we talked about today. It will help you practice these techniques safely at home.
It is a wonderful resource. Download it and use it to build your garden.
We are already excited for our next deep dive. Next time, we are going to explore a very fun topic, how to learn English through movies.
Oh, that will be a fun one. Popcorn and English learning. We will talk about exactly which movies are best for beginners.
It is going to be great. Before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. We talked about silence as a problem today. But what if the silence isn't the enemy? What if those quiet moments right before you speak are just your brain organizing the map?
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah, so maybe don't panic when it gets quiet. Just trust that your brain is building the road and the words will come when they are ready.
What a perfect way to end. Thank you for listening to LinguaWave English today. Thank you for trusting us with your learning journey.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep finding your flow.
You've got this. Bye for now.